I loved someone who only held my body, never my soul. I was loyal to someone who only wanted my silence. I gave my all to someone who only needed pieces. I begged for love from a heart that wasn't mine. I stayed where I wasn't chosen. That broke me. I believed forever when they only meant for now. I confused pain with passion. I kept secrets to protect people who hurt me. I let someone rewrite my worth in their wounds. I romanticized red flags until they burned me alive. I wasn't hard to love. They were just soft with lies. I thought they healed me. They just paused the bleeding. I lied to myself just to keep someone. I stayed quiet to be loved. That silence cost me. I touched bodies hoping someone would finally touch my soul. I gave love like it could save them. It couldn't. I held hands with ghosts because loneliness felt louder. I forgave before they even said sorry. Every time I became what they wanted and lost who I was. I let love blind me. I walked into fire. I smiled with a bleeding mouth. I was someone's secret when I deserved to be sacred. I called trauma chemistry just to feel wanted. I was addicted to the idea of them, not the truth. I broke my own heart trying to keep them whole. I was never asking for too much, just from the wrong soul. I waited for closure from a door they slammed shut. I thought hurting meant I was still loved. I memorized their lies like poetry. I stayed hoping they'd see me. They never looked. I handed them my heart. They asked for more. I lost myself trying to be their fantasy. I wasn't too sensitive. I was too awake. I kept them warm while I froze. I confused obsession with destiny. I watered someone who never planned to grow with me. I begged the universe to make them stay. I stayed in love with the person they pretended to be. I made a home out of someone just passing through. I wasn't hard to love. They just loved easy things. I used silence to scream. I gave pieces of me just to feel whole. I thought they were my mirror. Turns out, just a mask. I kissed someone who tasted like goodbye. I trusted words that were never meant to keep me. I stitched myself together using lies they told me. I held space for someone who erased me. I kept returning to the fire that scarred me. I wrote poems from wounds they never read. I mistook control for care. I prayed for their love like it was salvation. I heard, "I love you," and ignored the silence that followed. I let them name me when I forgot my own. I loved people who feared depth. I fell for someone who only wanted to catch. I gave them forever. They gave me fragments. I looked for closure in people who only opened wounds. I slept beside bodies that made my soul feel alone. I tried to make someone stay by shrinking. I knew they'd leave. I loved them anyway. I offered eternity to someone just passing through. I told them everything, except how they hurt me. I was addicted to their attention, starved for their love. I found healing in heartbreak's echo. I trusted someone who never even saw me. I made excuses for their absence in my own story. I mistook being needed for being loved. I broke every boundary to be close. I watched them love others like I always wanted. I swallowed pain to keep peace. I built bridges they only came to burn. I stayed soft in a war zone of words. I missed myself while chasing them. I kept forgiving betrayal disguised as love. I wrote them love letters with bleeding hands. I thought I could earn love with pain. I let the wrong people teach me who I was. I stayed hoping they'd finally choose me. I gave up pieces I can't get back. I kept breaking just to make them whole. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Like, comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. I told them secrets they never deserved to hold. I sacrificed peace just to be kept. I became their diary. They never read mine. I laughed through wounds I hadn't named yet. I loved deeper than they were willing to dive. I was their lighthouse. They sailed away anyway. I let heartbreak become holy. I confused pain with proof of love. I bled beautifully. They called it drama. I trusted again, even when I knew better. I loved with no map and got lost in them. I gave them poems. They gave me silence. I knew they weren't mine, but I still stayed. I outgrew a love I used to beg for. I wasn't afraid of love. I feared being forgotten. I said goodbye 100 times in my head. I burned for them while they lit fires elsewhere. I watched my own heart shatter in slow motion. I stayed in the ruins, hoping for a miracle. I tried my heartbreak into scripture.